All right, so we're going to take a look at another part of our logic unit. And this one's going a little bit back to what we looked at with angles earlier. Except now that instead of actually finding what the angle is, it's going to be more proofs of what an angle is and how can we prove it based on other angles. So we're going to look at a couple things that are a part of and properties of lines, angles, and triangles. First thing we're going to look at here is naming angles and how they are measured. So what we're going to be doing here is that we have angles that start at an initial arm and move counterclockwise to the terminal arm. Now, it's all about what angle we're taking a look at. And so we could either look at this angle inside right here, okay, or this angle on the outside right here. Okay, so there's two different angles that are formed by those, or by these lines here. This would be an acute angle, it's nice and small. This would be a reflex angle as it's bigger than 180 degrees. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to start with an initial arm, and this is going to be our initial arm right here, and it's going to go counterclockwise to the terminal arm. Okay, so we go counterclockwise. So our angle is going in this direction. That's how we're going to measure our angle here. The second one here, in the same way, except now we're starting in this as the initial arm right here, and we're going counterclockwise, and I'll put a couple extra arrows in there just to kind of show that that's the direction we're going, to the terminal arm right there. Okay, so this is a way that we can label them. Now in this one here, our initial arm is the length from B to A. Now it could be AB as well, but from B to A, this is going towards the angle. So B to A is our first arm, and then from A to C is our terminal arm. So we would represent this with an angle as like this right here. Angle BAC, from B to A, and then from A to C. So BAC, that is our angle. That's our initial arm, B to A, and then from A to C is our terminal arm. So that would be our measure. And we could throw a protractor on here if we really absolutely want to. I'm just going to do it just for a little bit of fun here. And this would have an angle of, well, it looks like pretty much exactly 30 degrees. Okay, so that'd be right about 30 degrees inside of there. Now, we could also label this with theta. Okay, we've seen that in the past as well. In this case here, this would be theta. And in the second one here, we're starting with our initial arm here, so it's C to A. Okay, so CA, and then A to B. So then from A we go to B. So angle CAB would be our angle, and this would be now our reflex angle. If we want to measure this one out here, we know that an entire thing has to be 180. So if we measure this, it's again 30 degrees. I used the same angle, so it should be the same. And so if the inside's 30, the rest of it has to be 330 degrees, as it is 360 minus 30 degrees gives us the reflex angle. So that is how we label our angles. Remember that each of these is a point, okay, and we're looking at the line segments between each point.